say to me?
Apologize.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Exactly, right? Simple things like, oh man, I am so sorry. I had no idea I did that to you, man. So what that does is that's going to take away his emotions. It's going to de-escalate, and this is what hostage negotiators do, right? By hostage negotiators, when I would roll up to a place and talk to the guy on the phone, he's killed some people, he's got a gun in the person's head, and he says, hey, I want $1 million in a helicopter if she dies. And I say, oh, so you want money and transportation? Well, $1 million helicopter is now off the table. He doesn't know that yet, but I know that, right? And I say, well, tell me what's going on. Well, this bitch fucked me, right? What happened? Well, you can't even know. I said, I know, what happened, right? And simple open-ended question, right? And we start talking, right? Okay. Well, as time goes on, okay, like 12 hours later, okay, I talk to the guy. I say, hey, Joe, I'm enjoying a pepperoni pizza here. You getting kind of hungry? Okay. He hasn't eaten now in 12 hours. Now what's more important? Food or the fucking helicopter? The pizza and the beer he hopes to get too, right? And maybe the cigarettes, right? And so we're like, well, you know what? You got Betty there, right? Well, Betty's a diabetic, and I know we understand that she doesn't have her insulin, right? Her insulin, things like this, right? So I'll tell you what. You let Betty go. We'll send that pizza in, and this is how we trade hostages for pizzas, because we tie it on how the person, understanding the person from where they're coming from, and negotiating from their perspective, right? And so when we're de-escalating a situation, that's the approach you use, right? The other thing that's interesting on research, people saying about talking in under a gunfighting situation, okay? A lot of the offenders right now have grown up on video games. And the video games are shoot games, right? Okay, now, there's evidence to suggest that the shoot games really do put them in that killer mindset, okay? They learn tactics, they learn marksmanship, things like this. So we had a couple situations, school killings. A 13-year-old boy, okay, just killed a bunch of people, and the principal comes out and says, Billy dropped the gun, and he dropped the gun. Put it down. Or a police officer said, drop the gun, he actually put the thing down. And this is starting to happen. And so what we're doing is putting a correlation to the fact that when a kid, this is really weird, when a kid is on a video game and mom comes in and said, Johnny, it's time for dinner, what does he do? Puts it on pause. Okay? That is a conditioned reflex in there that if you communicate with the person, okay, there's a chance that he'll actually do what you ask him to. Okay? This video here, a year ago, is a negotiation that I did on a guy, suicidal guy. Okay, now this guy here, this guy here was a Navy vet, right, and problems at home, and he goes to shoot himself, and when he pulled the trigger, he flipped. Okay, he angled the gun this way, and the bullet went out his left eye. So he's there bleeding for 3 hours. Okay, and so we sent a robot in and to make sure that it was clear, and then we went in. Now this is very rural Missouri, right? This is like you get one guy from this department, one guy from this department. I was a negotiator going in there, and so we're walking in there, and I'm talking to this guy after he shot himself. Through the roof of his mouth, out the eye, he's been bleeding, there's blood all over the place, and he still talked to me. And he still showed me his hands, right? And I didn't have to shoot him, right? Because I was using these techniques, just as far as talking to him.
Where's your hands? Look at your hands up so we can see it, okay? We got some officers here who are going to help you. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to hurt you. What you need to do is get your hand up. Put your hand up where I can see it. Oh, did you cut your wrist? Are you okay? We're going to get you some help, man. So, where's your other hand? Can you turn this way a little bit? Okay, good. Yeah, keep that in. Go ahead. We're going to take care of you, man. Okay, we're going to take good care of you. We don't want you to get hurt. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just get medical. He's clear.
Where's the gun?
You okay? Oh, what happened? Did you shoot yourself, man? No. I'll get a medic. I'll get a medic.
It goes
Oh,
on.
get a medic.